guys agree that if a child was born 30 seconds ago to someone that's 105 years old, how many of you guys agree from that span their number one concern is health? Absolutely. If a child was born 30 seconds ago, what do you think they worry about? Health. How many of you guys, no matter what you have going on in your life, but if you catch that bug, you catch that flu, nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. If you're sick, the world don't even matter anymore. Health by far is your number one concern. Yes or no? Yeah. How many of you guys agree you can have $1 trillion sitting in the bank? If you don't have your health, that trillion means what? Nothing. So we understood, we could have gotten other businesses, sure, but we understood health affects everybody. So for me, if we're going to make a business decision, we want it to affect who? Everybody. If I get into a business that I can only attract or deal with men, how many women are out there? Or if I get into a business that I can only attract women, how many men are out there? Or if I get into a business that only certain people can afford it, what about the people that can't afford it? Does that make sense? I want a business that everybody wants what I have. From a toddler to a senior citizen, they want what I have. Now, they may not know they need it, but they want it. And we'll get into that in just a moment. So, I want you guys to see these two individuals right here. This is Miss Valencia Ponfield. I should say Mrs. Valencia Ponfield. She's our CEO of our operation. I always tell people I travel all over the world. And I tell everyone that I meet, by far, she's the most intelligent woman I've ever had a conversation with face to face. The most intelligent woman I know, personally, on the planet. Period, point blank. Now, this young man right here is Mr. Art Lee. He's the president of our Mad Team organization. And obviously this guy right here has transitioned this right here for me. Because my mom and dad taught me to do what everyone else was taught to do. He taught me to do things differently. So I'm telling him, he was asking questions like, okay, now I actually got it. We're going to have another aha moment. You guys ready? Here's another aha moment. Who says you have to retire at 65? Somebody had to tell you because that's what you're shooting for. You know what most people say? They said that. Who they? Just an aha moment. Does that make sense? They say, oh yeah, I can retire when I get to the age and the point. What Mr. Lee taught me was, how about you retire when you get to the financial stability and state that you retire? There's no age. So I was able to tell folk I retired at 35. So my plan was 30 years ahead of time. Now my mom and dad plan was 65. Now I love my mom to death, do anything for my mom by far. My mom is near and dear to my heart, love her to death. But my mom couldn't show me how to retire at 35. What that means, guys, is that even the one you love the most doesn't mean that they can push you a point in the right direction. Don't mean you can't take them with you, but it doesn't mean, because some people walk out here, I gotta go talk to so-and-so. Whether it's a significant other, spouse, you're gonna have to get somebody's opinion. But before you get their opinion, find out where they at. See, I knew where my mom was at. She wanted me to retire with her at the same age. So I couldn't go to my mom and say, Mom, you think this can work? What you think she's gonna tell me? She broke folk. No, I already heard of it, son. No, son, it's not gonna work. Make sense? All right, so our Mad Team organization joined Marinda in 2006. Since joining Marinda, we've created a few millionaires and generated over $75 million cash money that flowed through the homes of partners of the Mad Team. And we've just recently given away 5 Mercedes Benzes. Now we're going to put together a fleet. We just did our first 5 2 weeks. Was it 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago. Say it again?
That's all right.
That's all right, absolutely. So we're going to get, it's a different, some people say, I already have a Benz. This one free. How many you guys agree? Free just seems a little different. You know what I'm saying? It's free. So, I mean, why not? All right? And we're talking about 2015s. So we're not talking, 2001s. We're talking 2015s. So, again, and it's because we're creating a brand. We want to show the world that people can do some amazing things when we come together